The Jewish marriage took place in 3 stages over a long period of time. When the couple was still young, an engagement was arranged by the parents, sometimes with the help of a matchmaker. Second, there was a betrothal ceremony held at the bride's house. The couple exchanged vows and the groom gave the bride presents. This period lasted for a year or 2, but the bride continued to live with her parents. During this time, the bride was said to be betrothed or espoused to the young man. The marriage supper came next. It usually happened at night. The groom and his friends came to the bride's house. She would be wearing a thick veil. She and her friends would accompany the groom and his friends to his father's house, or maybe a larger hall where the festivities would take place. A contract was signed. The bride and the groom would spend time together, and then the bride would remain by herself for 7 days. At the end of the week, the bride would return to the group, remove her veil so that everyone could see her. If the young man had never been married, the feast would last for 7 days. If she were a widow remarrying, it would last for 3 days. During the time of Jesus, there was a wedding. There were 10 virgins waiting for the bridegroom to come. Possibly, they were already at the hall where the bridegroom was bringing his bride. It was night time, and they all had the lamps with oil in them, and the lamps were burning brightly. They waited and waited. Still the wedding party had not arrived. As it got later, they began to get drowsy, and one by one they fell asleep. Then they heard someone calling, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." They began to get up, but some of the lamps began going out. 5 of the girls were prepared for just such an event. They had planned ahead and anticipated the delay. They had extra oil to add to their lamps. They were wise in making this preparation. The 5 foolish girls had no extra oil.
Could you share some oil with us? There may not be enough for all of us. Why don't you go and buy some oil from someone who had it for sale?
The girls left to go find a merchant who would sell them oil. While they were gone, the bridegroom arrived, and the 5 wise girls and the rest of the wedding party went inside. The door was shut. The 5 foolish girls came back. They shouted for someone to open the door for them, but sadly, there was no way for them to enter. "I tell you the truth, I don't know you." Okay, what do you learn from them?
We must be ready always to accept God to our heart.
We need to prepare ourselves well.
We need to be pure in heart.
We need to be ever ready.
We need to bring our prayer books where we go to pray.
Ha 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 ha. All were right answers. So I shall give you all a rosary each.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, now let me tell you. You need to be well prepared at all times to receive God. There are many ideas about the meaning of this parable. But one idea seems to be very clear. We need to live our lives in such a way that we are always ready for the Lord's return or for the end of our lives. It's not only about receiving God, but also be well planned in whatever activities we do. May it be studies or other works. Okay?
Yes, Father.
That's all for now. Get ready for prayers. Let's all go to church for prayer.